welcome to Screen Talk with yours truly, Nomfanelo Moloi. So, I want to focus on physical media. So, recently, I would say over the summer, a clip of Matt Damon in Hot Ones got viral, which essentially shared his thoughts on the current state of movies and how crucial physical media is. So, to pretty much sum up what he said, essentially before streaming, movies could earn more revenue through home media sales. So, for example, Blade Runner. That movie did not do well at the box office at the time. But then once it got to home media, it became more popular, it earned more money, and then eventually, because of that success, it garnered a sequel decades later. So, in ways though, with physical media, it tells studios, production companies, and so forth that the audience wants to see more of those movies. Whether that is from that specific movie or like just those types of movies in general. So now, like with streaming in ways taking over physical media, that kind of goes away. So if Blade Runner came out today and did the same performance as it did in theaters in terms of not doing well, then essentially that will be it. And with streaming, like sure, there's access to it, but you don't really get money back to recuperate the budget. So it really poses this question. Does physical media matter in the age of streaming? I say yes, it does matter because it shows that, that studios, it shows the studios that the people, they want to see more of those movies. Money, I would say yes. Like with those movies, through the purchases of DVDs, Blu-rays, they earn more money back. So if, let's say, a movie doesn't do well in theaters or do modestly, it could earn more money back through those sales. And it's nice to see like the original version of the movie because with streaming, for at times they'll tend to edit the movie either for timing or they'll probably edit certain parts of those movies or TV shows because they have not aged well. And I would say too, yeah, it's also important because it's more dependable. Because with Warner Brothers Discovery, so they kind of made headlines when they decided to remove a bunch of their original titles for film and TV from HBO Max, which pissed a lot of people off. And I'll be honest, I didn't know there was such a thing because usually if a streamer makes original movies, then they pretty much have those titles for life. But it goes to show that anything can happen. And I would say, like, with a downside with physical media today is that it's essentially a scavenger hunt to look for physical media, like, especially if you go to stores like Best Buy or Walmart, because they tend to shrink the electronics section. So it really forces the consumer to either go to those specialty stores like with Sunrise Records in Canada or any stores that sell DVDs and so forth, or you would go to Amazon and shop there on their platform. So for me, I love to buy movies on Blu-rays or DVDs for those that I really like. So because I like to, yeah, like in case if, there's an outage or like, I just want to, I love the convenience of having physical media there. And I would say, like, with streaming, I like the idea of it in theory in terms of having access to a bunch of titles, not just from Hollywood, but also international as well too. And I really appreciate Netflix to kind of paved the way of that with their platform. But I would say, like, on the financial aspect of it, it's terrible because essentially, streamers, the only way they earn money is through subscription fees, which really is not enough, especially when they're spending millions of dollars on either acquiring content or trying to produce original content. So when I see, like, some of these movies and shows for streamers that has either like hundreds of millions of dollars in terms of budget, to me, like, it doesn't make sense. And I'll be honest, with some of those titles are not worth those high budget. I'm not gonna name names, but you guys know who you are. And I do believe with physical media will still be around, even though it's on the decline, because there still is interest there with physical media. For streaming, on the other hand, I'm not too sure because I do believe, yeah, people enjoy like the access of it, of finding certain titles, but I think the downside of it, especially now, is that it's getting too expensive, especially if people are subscribed to more than one platform because of, different reasons. And I see now with some platforms they're trying to introduce an ad tier, such as Netflix, which is going to be effective as of November this year, and I believe Disney Plus is going to do that as well too. I'll be honest, I don't know if that's going to stick because who wants to pay premium price for ads? Because the point of streaming is to avoid ads, and I don't know if consumers are willing to do that choice. And just to go back to with Matt Damon with the Hot Ones viral clips. So there has been various conversations on the whole notion like, oh, is cinema dead? So forth. Um, Honestly, it depends who you ask because I'm sure people have difference of opinion with that. I would say for me, I won't say it's dead, but it is on the decline in terms of quality, at least on a mainstream level. Because I feel like independent movies, they're gonna be okay, even though it's getting tough for those movies to do well because of marketing reasons. So hopefully things can turn around with movies, but we'll just have to wait and see. So that's pretty much it on what I want to discuss on this topic. So I'd like to hear your thoughts. Do you purchase physical media or do you prefer streaming? Like, is streaming going to stick around or is it going to go? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So let me know in the comments section below. And please like and share the video, subscribe, and click on the bell for notifications. And I want to say thank you guys so much for watching and talk to you soon.